welcome to another episode of Satisfying Static. Yes, we skipped last week because really, we just
We were on vacation. We took a
yeah.
break. You know, we're humans. We're allowed to take a break. We had a lot going on. Holidays are coming up, and
I was also
people are getting
sick.
crazy. And Kristine was sick. Kristine was very sick. How are you feeling, Kristine?
Much better. I worked 5 days in a row, and my first day off, I was extremely sick, and then the next day I was sick, and then when it was ready to go back to work, I felt fine because my body hates me. So
Oh, amazing.
I was really looking forward to calling off. That didn't get to happen. So
I mean, you could have still taken off and just like enjoyed the time or had more recovery time, but
I could have, but then I would have felt guilty about not actually being sick and calling because we were just talking about this before we started recording. I'm a rule follower, friends. I am a rule follower.
But see, like, I always feel that definition, being that strict about it, is just hurting yourself. Like, you need time to recover from being sick. Just because you're not actively like coughing doesn't mean that like your body is ready to go. Like,
No, yeah, I agree. But the thought of me letting down my other coworkers, that rejection of like we needed you and you weren't there for us is like such a motivator for me. I could never.
well, I'm so glad you were there for them in their time of need.
Nobody would have even noticed if I wasn't there. Anyway, housekeeping. Christine
This
finished
took a
the rocket
turn.
ship.
Yay! The rocket ship is done.
Yay, the rocket ship is done. There's some cosmetic things I'd still like to do with it, but it is functional, and I will be posting on Instagram and on TikTok when I have the mental capacity to do so.
And we can't wait to see it.
No, it's gonna be great for everyone to see. We had a small gathering last night for Olivia's birthday. That was earlier this month, and it was the hot topic of discussion. I forced everyone to have the party in our smaller dining room so that everyone had to stare at it all night long.
Not at all like a child just proud of their finger painting, but similar.
Very close. Very, very close. Very close. This is like the kid that makes the ashtray for their parent and makes them only use that ashtray when they smoke forever.
That was an oddly specific example.
Is that specific?
I
I
feel
guess I
like
think there's a lot more smokers than there is.
that was an oddly. Is that something that happened?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, I made an ashtray for my parents, and I was like,
got it.
every time my mom would buy like a black plastic trash tray, I'd be like, I made you a really good one in art that day. It's still usable.
Kristine needs a lot of attention.
I do. I also I woke up very hungover today, and Olivia was at workout, and I texted her and I was like, any chance you want to grab Panera on the way home? Like just swing by, get me a smoothie, a muffy, and some French onion soup. That'd be great. A muffy. And she was like, are you serious right now? I was like, yes, please. She's like, that's 20 minutes out of the way. I said, Olivia, you're such a good wife. She's like, we aren't even married yet. I was like, I know, but you're going to be such a good wife. I'm just like,
please do this for me.
I'm just dousing her in affection. And then she brings it home, and I'm like sitting there and I'm just looking at her. She's like, what? I was like, I need physical attention. I need physical affection. I'm dying over here. My abdomen is on fire. This reminds me. Sorry. It's a big deviation. So last night I was also like, oh my God, I need physical affection. Please pay attention to me, while she was cleaning. And she had bleach in the sink. And she was like, can I finish cleaning out the sink first? And I made like a face that was like a very sad face. And I was like, no, I don't think I can wait. And so she came over, and while she was
You're like
over,
a puppy.
Yeah, Harriet, the cat, jumped up and into the sink, the bleach sink, and got bleach on her paw.
Aww.
And then we panicked because we were like, oh my God, cats, bleach bad. What do we do? What do we do? We got it off of her paw as best we could, but then she started acting super weird, like rubbing her face against the ground, rubbing her paws into the ground, like just like rubbing her paw all over her face. Like it was just so bizarre. She looked high. And so then I Googled it, and apparently bleach is a lot like catnip for cats, and I did not know that. Evidently there's some chemical in it. Yeah. There's some chemical in it that makes them respond like catnip. So if you bleach a surface, they will rub all over it and get like high. They'll like get floppy and like, yeah. If they ingest it, obviously they could get sick, but like the smell, they love the smell. So that's why she was rubbing her face and her hand like all over that paw, because she was like, "Oh my god, yes, bleach, give me more. I'm so high."
Oh my god, is that why the cat loves the bathtub, like, after I clean?
Oh, probably.
That's
Yeah.
so interesting. I'm always like, "Fuck, get out of there." Like, every time he gets his dirty little paw prints, I'm like, "I just cleaned this."
Yeah. So we were panicked, and we had never seen her
Asshole.
behave like that. So we were like, "Oh my god, like she's sick. This is a problem. Like we're gonna go to the emergency vet." And then I'm like googling it, and everyone's like, "Yeah, stop panicking that your cat smells bleach."
Um, that is a fun fact for me as well. So I'm glad I learned that today. Interesting.
Yeah, all the fun facts. Any housekeeping on your end, friend? Anything you'd like to update the listeners on?
Um, no, just currently working on pulling my life together. But um, yeah, no, let's get started.
Okay, great. Beep boop bop bop shadop dop don't boop bop ba.
Love it. I like that one. That was a good one.
Just trying to harmonize it, you know. Table or tablet, tableau. However you want to say it.
The last one. That's the winner.
Tablet, tableau,
Tabla.
tableau.
Oh God. Table. The first thing that came to my mind was like, what can you bring to the table?
Yeah, mine too.
Is that trauma? Is that why my therapist is like, why do you always feel like you need to be productive?
Yes. It's also health. I think it's healthy for us to actively be aware of what we bring and what we need brought. Like, yeah, I'm bringing
Fair.
this. I need you to bring this with, whoever's in your life.
That's fair. Yeah. And I think that doesn't come easily. It definitely took me a long time to figure out like how to get there. Still working
Yeah,
on
no,
it.
it's still a work in progress for sure. For sure. I think on a happier note of things that I thought of with this was
Mm.
Arthur and the round table.
Oh, I thought of a different Arthur immediately.
What Arthur did you think of?
The cartoon. Do you remember?
Oh, I almost just started singing "Hey, it's Franklin," like it was the Arthur theme song, but it literally says "Hey, it's Franklin." I was gonna say "Hey, it's Franklin," and then you're just gonna be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, like, no, like Arthur on PBS.
Yes, PBS Kids. Yes, I was not a huge Arthur fan. What animal was he?
Aardvark. Aardvark?
He was Arthur the Aardvark.
We need to Google that because I might be
Oh
lying. I
boy,
might be
is
lying
Arthur
to
an
the people.
aardvark, or is he an anteater? Or that's Alf.
Oh,
Wasn't Alf an anteater?
yeah, I think so. But I mean, I don't know if I was a huge fan of Arthur, but it was always on.
You're
So-
right. It's Arthur the Aardvark.
oh, okay, cool. Sorry, good thing I didn't lie to y'all. Um, yeah, I just feel like it was always on, so I used to watch it a lot, and like it was like in syndication or whatever, right? Like back to back reruns forever. So
Oh yeah, God, I'm
that's the
sure
first thing
it
that
was
came to
on for a
mind.
long time. That one,
But you're thinking of swords and knights. Got it.
right? Yeah, no,
Yeah,
the superior version of Arthur, really, because
because not an aardvark.
not an aardvark. There's nothing wrong with aardvarks. I don't care for that aardvark.
Got it. Yeah.
Table. Oh, I made a table in woodshop once, and it was the worst project I ever made.
Cool.
I don't know
Why?
where it went, actually. Where is my table from woodshop? It's got to be back in the Midwest. It can't be in my. Maybe it's in my basement, my mom's house.
You still have it?
I cannot imagine I would have gotten rid of it.
Okay. How big is
I
it?
have every. I mean, 36 inches wide.
Okay. Wait, so
I
why
have
was it a disaster?
It was terrible. Like the legs were uneven, and making a square is really hard in wood. That's why they make you do it. And but I've kept like every card anyone's ever given me, and every note I've ever gotten, and I have other wood tech stuff that I had did here.
Mhm.
So I bet I kept it. I bet it's somewhere in that house. Anyway, it sucks to make a coffee table for any of you that think that you're going to be good enough to do it. It's a lot harder than it looks. So
Buy the top pre-cut.
100%, 100%. Speaking of buying things pre-done from hardware stores, I took Willow into Home Depot yesterday.
Oh, how did that go?
She pooped on the floor.
Oh, I'm sure they're used to that. They let dogs in there. That's like a hazard of letting dogs in there.
So I thought dogs were allowed, and when I got there,
Oh, is that
on the
just
sign it
Lowe's?
says no pets. And I was like, "Well, I'm already here. It's 70 degrees outside. I can't leave Willow in the car. Like I'm already actively walking in. We'll just we'll half-ass if anybody asks, I'll just be like, "Oh, I didn't realize," or something, like whatever.
Hmm.
And as we walk, I see like 14 other dogs that are definitely not service animals. And I'm like, okay, so clearly everyone has this misconception. And
Yeah.
then we walked down the windows aisle, and Willow got really excited and pooped on the floor, just in the middle of the floor.
I'm sorry, because of the windows or because of her reflection?
D, none of the above. There was a bunch of young couples down there, clearly trying to pick out the doors and windows for their future homes. And Willow was like, oh my God, so many people. Everyone wants to pet me. And then just stopped in the middle of the
Oh.
floor and was like, I'm pooping right now. It was like a nervous poop. Like, I'm
An
nervous. All these people
excited
want to
poop.
touch me. Yeah, I'm going to poop right now.
Oh.
And I had bags, so that was fine. But so I like picked it up. But then I'm like walking around with dog poop the whole time because they don't have trash cans, throughout the store. Why would you? It's not like a Walmart where you can randomly eat things. Like, you just don't.
I mean, by the front probably, or did you check by the bathrooms?
Bathroom was what I had resolved to, but it was, I don't know, it was stressful. And this was after Willow didn't let the lady at Petco, not a lady, non binary human at Petco, cut her nails. She literally flailed so bad that the human being was like, I couldn't get it done. I was like, that's fine. I tipped you $20 because I watched you struggle. We're good. I felt
I
really
watched
bad.
I watched you suffer through that. It's fine.
Exactly. So I'm still going to pay you. I'm not going to be a dick about you not deserving to be paid because you made the college try. Like, you really made the effort.
Okay, I was looking up if dogs are allowed in Home Depot. Did you Google it after you went?
No, I didn't. What's it say?
It seems like it's a unspoken policy.
Oh, okay. All right. That tracks. There was a bunch of dogs that are definitely not service dogs in there. One of them tried to lunge at Willow, so like not service trained for sure.
Okay. Well, it says like Home Depot's official policy is that only service dogs are allowed, but unofficially, as long as your dog is leashed and well behaved. Uh, what is this one?
Is your source like Forbes or something that would make no sense for knowing
No,
about a Home
it's
Depot?
it's called Sidewalk Dog.
Oh, fascinating.
Wait, hold on. It's got way too many pop-ups. Sidewalk Dog's mission is to help dog parents spend more time with their puppers by discovering and sharing activities they can do and places they can go together. So it seems like a trusted source. Hold on. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I don't know. It basically just says like avoid accidents.
Well, Kristine did not, and by Kristine I mean Willow did not. Willow was like, "Excuse me, what? I'm just gonna poop right here."
Oh my god. Well, there are things you can't avoid, but like yeah, I guess it's just like an unspoken policy for most Home Depots. And if you saw a bunch of other dogs in there, then you were definitely fine.
Yeah, no, I felt bad.
All right.
Anything else with table? Uh, I also think of tabletop games, which I wish I got to play more of. I am not into D&D, but it is something I could get into.
Really? I don't think I
Yeah.
saw that for you, but cool. I
I
just
think I could get into D&D. I'd get weird about it though. I try and find a way to make it competitive like I do fucking everything in my life.
I think that's a lot of people who play it are competitive about it. I don't know, but I don't. I've never played tabletop games, and like most board games and stuff have too many rules for me to follow along unless I've already played it a bunch of times. So I
This is
just
such a weird divergence in our ADHD that we have between each. So we were talking about Invisalign before we began recording. And we were talking
oh
about how
yeah,
I am very militant with rule following, and Maggie's like, I'm just really not. Like, I'm just not.
terrible.
And so here she is talking about board games. She's like, all these rules are really confusing, and I'm like, board games are the one thing I know that I'm gonna win at because I pick up on stuff so quick. Like I'm like, oh yeah, X, Y, and Z rule. You can't do X, like A, B, and C thing, and then I'm already thinking of ways to get around that rule to like be really good at the game.
See, maybe it's because I'm not competitive in that way. Like I don't care. Like
Oh, I'm so
there's
competitive.
no investment for me. So like it's hard for me to like pay attention and remember all the rules, and especially if there's like a lot, I am going to be really fucking lost really fast. And then once I'm behind, I'm just kind of like, well, fuck it, I'm not really playing anyway.
Oh my
So,
god, no, I'm
yeah,
I'm so competitive.
yeah, I know. We had talked about. I think we talked about that a little bit on a different one, but yeah, maybe that's the difference. At least here, I don't know. I don't know about the other stuff.
I don't know. I probably told the story in that other episode then, but I'm like a sore winner. So my ex and
Mm.
I raced each other in Mario Kart once at an arcade, and I came from behind and I won as Luigi. And she was
Luigi.
oh my god, she was Toad. She was Toad.
Oh,
You know, the little
cute.
mushroom.
Mm.
And I just like I won and I like got up from the seat and like threw my arms in the air and I was like, "Suck on that, Toad." It's like, you know, I just like, "Yeah, Luigi brought it home." And I was like looking at her and she's like, "Are you kidding me?" I was like, "I'm a toddler."
Sorry.
Since that moment, I have never celebrated another win. So like me and Olivia, when we play board games, if I win, I act like I miscounted points or like I act like maybe it's high, and then she'll count my points and she'll be like, "Dude, you won by 15." And I'll be like, "No, I didn't. No." But I wasn't no.
Why
But
are
like
you?
in my head I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I did. Fuck yeah, I did."
Why are you overcorrecting? Why don't you just celebrate less intensely?
Because now I feel like any version of celebration when you win is just not great. But except the other night. So the other night at work was really, really bad. And we had a patient, and I made a bet with another provider about this patient. I was like, I bet this test result comes back like this. And they were like,
Uh-huh.
no, it's not gonna. It's not gonna. I bet it. I was like, okay, what are we betting? And then I was like, sitting there thinking, I was like, well, I gotta think of something that I can do. I was like, 5
Yeah.
push ups on this dirty hospital floor.
Ew.
Yeah. Yeah. And they were like, you're on. But if I win, you also have to lick the floor. And I was like, yeah, I'll take that bet because it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. So I'm like staring at this patient, just like refreshing, waiting to see the results come back. Result comes back. Comes back exactly what I thought it was going to. I walked over to the other provider and I just stood there silently. Just silently. Just staring at them. And they looked up and they went, oh, it's back, isn't it? I said, mm-hmm. You want to give me now or you want to wait later or what's the plan here? So that one I got a little braggy on because it was nice. But everything else I try and act like I'm the loser. I'm the real loser.
Well, I mean,
I don't know. I
I
don't want
think
to
it.
make anybody feel bad, I guess.
Well, you can celebrate your wins without rubbing it in people's faces.
I'm scared I can't. I'm just scared I can't.
It seems that you can't, but it is possible. It is a possible option for behavior.
In the realm of human beings, yes, it's absolutely
Yes,
possible.
that yeah.
But me, I just don't think so.
Okay, I mean, hey, you do what you need to do to not upset those around you. I guess. I don't know.
Well, or just be a douche canoe. I don't know, man.
Okay, yeah, I think that's the same.
A lot of my friends from like high school and early 20s would tell you that I was a douchebag.
A douche canoe? That is my favorite word. Okay, I think you've told me that before, though. I feel like I could see that just because we've had conversations, but I wouldn't have
Mhm.
assumed that about
Mhm.
you now, knowing you
Yeah.
now, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Should we
But
move on to the next word?
yeah, because we didn't even circle back to table. What
We
word is
didn't.
on the
Table wasn't really
table?
that much fun. Hey.
I tried.
Okay, you might not like this word and we can skip it if you don't. Soak. Soak.
Yeah, let's skip.
Okay, great. Okay, great. We'll skip soak.
uh,
Apparently, it's just a little kitchen centric today. Chop.
oh, well, now I'm thinking of
Chop.
kitchen.
Chope.
Okay, I was like, where are you going with that one? Um, well, now I'm thinking of kitchen stuff because you said kitchen centric.
Well, I can't think of anything else that would be table soak and chop well.
Oh.
Yeah, and something that that gets like real bad, right? But what other thing would involve both a table or all three table soaking and chopping?
Okay, so first of all, when you said soak, my mind definitely was not in the kitchen. So
Well, no, but when you then associate it with chop
I
and table,
didn't. No.
you're like, right, Kristine, the whole point is that I didn't do that.
Yeah, so I don't know what the fuck you were talking about. You're like, obviously. I was like, what? What?
I do this all the time. I'd be like, you
Obvious to
don't see that
who?
link?
No. What are you talking about? That was said quietly in your own brain. So yeah, no, that's not where my brain went. And I thought we were going to cut soak because I said skip.
Oh, well, no, because it didn't take up much time, so we'll leave the fact that we're skipping soak in there, because we're skipping it for obvious reasons.
Because I'm a child and my mind's in the gutter. So next. What
Same.
was it? Chop. Oh,
Chop/chope.
right. Okay. Well, I mean, the other things that I could have thought of or would have thought of would be like hair, getting your hair chopped off, like
Oh,
cutting all your hair off,
yeah.
or alternatively getting your boobs chopped off.
Which will hopefully be happening to me in the not so distant future.
So see, like there's lots of things. There's that. I had another one, but it's escaping me now. I think it had to do with horror movies. Yeah.
I think I'm getting hungry, and that's why my brain was like, I just imagine chopping celery or like just chopping items.
Yeah, okay. So you need to eat. Got it. Cool. So the rest of
Yeah,
this will
yeah,
be
yeah.
food associated. Cool.
Probably, probably. It also made me think of the television show Chopped, which is my favorite cooking show of all time.
Oh,
You
I
ever
don't
seen
think.
it?
No, I haven't seen that one.
It's the one where they're already really good chefs, but then they get a box of secret ingredients and they have 30 minutes to make either, a appetizer, entree, or dessert.
Oh, I have seen that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of cooking shows, but that one was entertaining. I did just start watching the one with what's his face from Schitt's Creek. Did you see that? I think it's on Netflix.
No.
Um, it's like him and two other people are judging this group of chefs, um, and
Is
it
it the guy
was
that gets
interesting and kind of
is it the guy
funny.
that gets yelled at to fold in the cheese?
Mm,
Is it the guy that gets in the show that gets yelled at to fold in the cheese? Is it that guy?
I don't know.
David, just fold the cheese.
I don't. I don't know.
I don't watch Schitt's Creek either, so I don't know.
Oh, I mean, it is David, yeah, but
Yeah, no. So there's that sound that everyone's like, you just gotta fold it in. You just fold in the cheese. I don't know.
oh,
And
okay,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure she's speaking to David, right?
I didn't know what you were talking about, but maybe, yeah.
Okay, I've never seen Schitt's Creek. I only know that audio.
That's unfortunate for you. But anyway,
I've heard. Yeah, I've heard.
it's very queer. So if you're into queer cooking shows, it's a good one to try.
All right, cool. Chop, yeah, I think of chopping celery, and then I think of
Chopping celery. Interesting.
I think of celery every time I think of chopping because it's so satisfying to hear celery go, like,
Yeah.
I can't even try and attempt to make the noise, but like the crisp through the celery,
If we ever have like a budget or something, it would be great for someone to go through and add the real sound effects there.
I would love for a fully sound. You know what though? When I go back and edit this, I'm gonna try and add it.
The celery chop.
Celery chop.
Just cut it. We just gotta chop it in there.
I'm gonna chop it into the mic. Yeah, it'd be fine. But I also think of
into the. I don't know how you edit audio. Obviously,
you're gonna chop it into the audio. So you're gonna cut and paste it into the audio.
I was thinking of like video. But anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it's honestly the same premise. You're trying to get as close to one thing without cutting out the important things, so you get rid of all the extra. I thoroughly enjoy it. If anybody needs a sound engineer and they want to train me how to do it and hire me, that'd be awesome.
You don't have enough things on your plate.
I'd quit medicine to do that.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm like so ready to not be in medicine that if somebody offered me even, I don't know, 80% of my current salary, I'd take it.
Oh shit. I feel like you say that every week though. And then you're like, I can't let down my coworkers. And I mean it. I get paid really good money.
Yeah, correct. But if I had a different job where I had coworkers and got paid really good money, I'd be just as loyal to that job. And maybe I'd like it more.
Yeah, that's true. Well, until you try.
The other thing I think of is a karate chop and how stupid they are in my jiu-jitsu gym. Because it's like you're learning to chop. And I'm trying to think of like, when is the practicality of me ever using a chop in real life? And the answer is only like if we're really close to each other and I do like a reverse chop to the throat is the only time
I was thinking. Yeah, just like if you're ever close enough to just right in the freaking Adam's apple.
Yeah. But any other time to use a chop would never.
Yeah, that was a good one. We went through a lot of chops there.
Yeah, you chop, I chop, we chop, they all chop.
I don't know about that one.
No?
And now I'm thinking about pork chops.
I love a good pork chop. And it's hard to do. It's hard to do a good pork chop.
That's what I hear. Can't say I've ever had them.
No, you wouldn't have, I guess, huh?
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't think so.
In your adolescence, I guess?
Yeah, but like all the food I ate was very Polish. So
I was going to say
maybe, but I don't know. Nothing's coming to mind.
Is there much pork in Polish food? Polish cuisine?
There's some. Yeah. Cuz I remember like going to the like Polish grocery store with my mom and there's like the barrel of like, okay, maybe this is not normal. There's like a barrel of like pig's feet.
Okay, hang on.
So
I think we're all going to argue that is not normal. Not that it's abnormal, but it is not normal by U.S. standards.
Next to the barrel of pickles. No, that's not.
No.
That's not usual. It's not how you guys grew up. No, okay. Yeah. So I would say probably pig was used pretty often, but I don't know about pork chops. I don't know if that's the way.
I've been struggling with pork lately in that there's a ton of research out there that says that pigs are a lot like dogs.
Yeah, they're super, super smart and cuddly and cute. Cows also have best friends.
I know. So I'm actively in the process of trying to reduce my meat consumption.
Yay!
We're trying. It's very hard. But I also recognize the impact on the environment. And for our listeners, I encourage you to decrease your consumption. I'm not saying you need to go full-blown vegetarian or full-blown vegan, but even if you just reduce it to twice a week instead of 5 days a week, and then whatever you want on the weekends, you're already doing better.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's getting a lot easier. So, especially
Yeah.
most restaurants and places have like pretty good options and more than one. So, especially if you live in like a big city and not really a rural area, I know that's a lot harder, but it's getting easier.
What's annoying is just like the price point. Like for us to
Yeah.
buy substitutes, because I get very sick of using the same things over and over
Mm-hmm.
again. So for us to buy like meat substitute, it like doesn't quite double, but maybe by like a third, increases our spending by about a third.
Yeah.
Um, which is not easy right now in the middle of inflation, and wages just aren't also going up. So it's like, eh.
For sure. I mean, especially with meat substitutes, that's definitely a luxury. But if demand increases, the price will go down. So, and it has significantly over
It's
like
true.
the years. So, that's a plus. But you also don't need meat substitutes.
You really. I want to be very clear. You really don't. You really don't. It's a Kristine thing.
Yeah, and you can make them at home too. Like,
Yeah.
so there are ways to do it for that are more cost effective. But yeah, I hear you. The meat substitutes that are like freaking amazing are expensive as shit.
Yeah, for real. I think the Impossible Whopper is priced very similarly to the regular old Whopper, though. Kudos to BK.
Ooh, I haven't been to a Burger King in a really long time, but good to know.
I order it probably once weekly.
Also, good to know.
It makes me very happy. Burger King makes me very happy. Not a sponsor. Not a sponsor.
Okay, I guess I know I'm getting you for your wedding.
Just a giant Burger King gift card.
Yeah,
Ugh.
a year's worth of Burger King.
Oh my god, I wish. It'd be like $3,000 though, because it's like $10 every time I go. Multiply that by 365 days.
Okay, we'll get everyone on TikTok to pitch in.
Maybe.
Your wedding gift, a year's worth of Burger King.
Sounds so good. Okay. Well, we should probably chop it off there.
Yeah, I like that. That was a good one.
Oh my god. All right. Yeah, this doesn't happen often where Maggie approves of my circle back methods, so I'm just gonna bask in this glory for a moment. Can you feel that? Can you feel that, sun? Because I'm basking in it. Yeah.
Take it in.
Take it all in.
Who knows when it'll happen again?
Never is the answer.
Anyway.
Okay, great.
Until next time.
Until next time.